Hello and welcome back to the Football Chat Podcast. It is episode 43 today, where we're going to be predicting the future. I know. Ooh. Oh, what an interesting concept. We're going to be looking ahead. We're going into 2030 and trying to predict the Premier League table, the winners of all the major leagues, and what's going to happen at World Cup 2030. Could it even be hosted and maybe won by England? Who knows? England are going to throw their hat in the ring. But considering, we're not biased at all. Considering the current, well, I don't think there's many people that are that fond of England in FIFA, especially after the scenes outside Wembley in the Euro final last year. So hopefully, they can curb their enthusiasm.
We love
get
England.
some stuff. We can secure the World Cup.
Yes.
But yeah, we're going to go through the whole Prem table, including the managers for the clubs. We're going to go through some personal awards. We're going to look through all the other major leagues, and then that's about it. Right, shall we start then with the Premier League title? Might as well get right on into it.
Yeah.
And we'll start with your relegation zone.
Okay, relegation zone. I've got bottom of the league. I've got QPR with Michael Beale, obviously recently appointed, old ex Aston Villa assistant manager. I still think he'll be there in 10 years, but bottom of the league.
Young promising coach. He's got a lot to work with. That
then I've
quite
got
famous QPR academy that's brought through like Etse in recent years. Elise was Reading.
Etse. 19th, I've gone Forest Green with Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers, in 2030 he will be
57, right?
57. So still very good manager in the Premier League, and Forest Green obviously got promoted to League One this year.
Yeah.
Double promotion, get him into the Premier League.
Yeah, I should mention by the way, this is a 29-30 campaign. Yes. So it starts at 29, ends in 30. So.
And then my last relegation side is Ipswich. They will keep Kieran McKenna as they have him in League One. And again, same like Forest Green, 2 promotions into the Premier League.
Yeah, fair enough. Interesting. So you're predicting Brendan Rodgers to become somewhat of a relegation English manager, or if you need help, he's going to play 4-4-2 and win the league. Yeah. Well, not win the league, but not get relegated. As for mine, I've gone Kieran McKenna at Ipswich. As you said, I've got him bottom though. West Ham are going to be 19th with Mark Noble at the helm, and P18 will be Derby County, still managed by Wayne Rooney. I think that could be interesting. I think then Kai Rooney will be their star player.
I've got Rooney managing elsewhere.
Ooh. Possible return to Manchester United or somewhere else.
We should go 5 the teams now? Or?
Sure. We'll just count up now alongside, get into that
so 17th,
top 10 hopefully.
I've got Portsmouth with Mike Jackson. Obviously the Burnley interim manager at the moment. I do think he'll be replaced by Burnley, and then I can see in a few years Portsmouth coming along, taking him, saying, look, we'll give you a manager role here. You'll be the first in line. You'll be head coach. You'll manage the side. Obviously, that's what they do. And I think he'll keep Portsmouth just about in the Premier League. Obviously, a return to the Premier League.
I was going to say, a return in 8 years' time for Portsmouth. That'd be interesting to see. My P17 is Forest Green with Rob Edwards. I think they'll just about avoid the drop.
Rob Edwards going back then?
Yeah, I think I'll have a successful 3 years with... 3 years with Watford. No, 2. They're going to go bounce right back up, and then he's going to get sacked within 6 weeks at the start of the 2023 Premier League season. 2024 Premier League season. So, 2023-24, yeah. He'll get sacked within a week, 6 weeks of that starting, and then he'll make his move back to Forest Green when they hit trouble halfway through the season, and he'll save them and keep them in League One.
Okay.
Is it League One they're in now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
That's what we'll do.
16th, I've got another returning side to the Premier League in the form of Blackpool. Obviously,
it's the entirety of League One swapping with the Prem here. We're going to be looking down and seeing Man City fighting Mansfield for relegation.
I've got quite a few. Mansfield are in League 2.
Yeah, but they could go up.
16th, I've got Blackpool with Carlos Corberan. He's at Huddersfield at the moment. Obviously lost the playoff final.
And looking to bounce back with Blackpool.
Yeah, in 10 years he'll still be kicking around.
Do you think he could bring Huddersfield up?
No.
But they've got the resources.
I hope not.
Okay, good.
Whereas Blackpool, in the Championship at the moment, gonna probably get relegated this next season. then there'll be a yo-yo team between Championship and League One, and then they'll get a bit of money or something, or get some good players. They'll stay in the Championship, push for the Prem, and get in Glasgow.
Yeah, fair enough. My P16, or 16th place, is Leicester City with Andrea Pirlo at the helm.
Wow.
A big appointment, I know, but I think he'll be tempted by the money. I think this will be his first season at Leicester, so a slight bit of a drop-off as he gets involved with the side, working out what he's got to do, but then the season after maybe they can push on and do great things. But yeah, I think Pirlo will be in there at Leicester, and they'll be 16th.
P15, I have got Derby County returning to the Prem, sorting out all their money troubles, getting a big investment, and I think they will shoot up the Football League. They'll finish P15 2030 with Matthias Jaissler at the helm. Salzburg manager at the moment.
Salzburg manager, very good young
That'd be a great
manager.
appointment, and obviously, I mean, I think it'd be very cool if we did see Red Bull invest in Derby.
The thing is, everyone says, "Oh, RB Derby." There's no way they'd do that though. I think the only way we see Red Bull in the Premier League is in London. They want the big city of London to be.
I wouldn't mind
to
RB
make themselves an
Derby.
attractive prospect.
And then obviously then they'd have a link with Salzburg, and then they'd go get Matthias Jaissler.
Yeah, fair enough. My 15th place is Norwich City, and I'm leading them forward. I've got current Rennes manager, a young French manager, Julian Stéphan. I think a switch to Norwich would be good for him after a good few years at Rennes. I think he'll actually win the league with Rennes in like 27, 26, something like that.
They've got good talent.
They've got a very good young side. Doku will be reaching his prime then if he hasn't left already. And if he does leave, that's probably going to be for 100 mil plus. So they'll recoup a lot of money there, which they can invest into the squad. So yeah, I think Rennes could be a very formidable force in the French league. I'm interested to see what happens with them, with PSG, with the likes.
P14, a bit more of a boring choice. I've got Leeds with Jesse Marsh. Jesse Marsh, very young. He did a decent job keeping in the league this season. I think they're going to spend the whole of their Premier League life. I think it'll be they won't get relegated, but I think maybe one year they'll be in the top 10, then the next year they'll be 12th, and then 9th, and then 15th, and then 11th. They'll bounce around in the mid-table. And I think in 2030 they'll just finish 14th.
A comfortable midfield side, not really troubled by relegation, but never pushing on for anything. Yeah, fair enough. I can vibe with that. My 14th is Luton Town, and I've got Roberto De Zerbi in charge there. Current Shakhtar Donetsk manager. The former Italian striker is a very hot-headed individual, and I think the Luton faithful at Kenilworth Road packed into the rafters with him just going mental down the touchline.
They're still at Kenilworth Road in 8 years.
Yeah.
Shocked.
It was going to be a gorgeous arena for sports.
They'd have to build a new one.
Nah, it'll be fine. Well, they'll still be building it, so...
In 8 years?
Well, I don't think they're going to get to the Prem next season. It might take us hatters a while. We made a push this year. Maybe we'll get it. I hope we do, but I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
Maybe they go up and down a bit. I think long stadium build.
I've got Fulham.
Okay.
I think they're going up this year. It's going to be, they'll be like Norwich, they're a yo-yo club. They go up, down, up, down, up, down. They then bring in Ryan Mason. And they go up. He takes them up in the 28-29 campaign, and then he'll go mid-table with doing the 29-30 campaign.
Yeah, decent from him. Decent from the boy.
I do think he's a decent manager. He just got chucked into one game at Tottenham, and that was
he got the Carabao Cup final, and I think 2 league matches, 2 or 3 league matches at the end of the season.
I feel bad for him because I do feel
because he wasn't. No, he did. No, actually, he did finish the season, didn't he? Yeah. He didn't get replaced before the end.
He's been clowned on because he got chucked into a Carabao Cup final.
Yeah,
like
I think if they kept Jose, Tottenham would have won that.
Yeah. Why did you sack Jose Mourinho 2 days before?
We've got one of the most consistent managers at winning trophies, and you've sacked him the week of the Carabao Cup.
You shouldn't sack any manager for a final. That's stupid.
Yeah, you at least wait till after, and then you've got an excuse. Apparently, though, it was obviously that was the Super League time, wasn't it? So he wasn't interested in being Tottenham manager during that. He didn't want to go into the Super League, so yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, your P13?
13th, I have Leeds United, managed by Diego Martinez. Currently manager of, I believe, Real Sociedad, if I've not got that incorrect.
Yeah.
Yeah, a good young manager again. But this is basically just predicting which of the current 40-year-old managers will be doing good when they reach their 50s. So I think he looks like he'd suit a Leeds jacket.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly. And the name, I'm fairly sure Bielsa's assistant was something Martinez. So yeah. And Diego Llorente, I don't know, just randomly
you are now
links.
so trying to find links.
Yeah, he's just he's a good young manager. I think Leeds will get him in there and finish 13th.
Right, at P12, I've got a return to the Premier League for Sunderland. Obviously, they're double
It's not even like they've just come up then. If they look more established there.
Double relegation. Yeah, no, they haven't. Double relegation in 2018. It was a while ago, a few years ago. All the way to League One. They've sat in League One for a bit. Obviously, this year they are going up to the Championship. Back to the Championship. I think they'll sit in the Championship for a few years, like they did in League One. I then think they'll bring in John Terry in 27, 28. They'll have a solid season in the Championship. Then maybe they'll lose the playoff final or something. Yeah. Then in 28-29 he wins the Championship. 29-30 solid in the... No, I've done that wrong. 27-28 they go up. 28-29 they survive relegation. Then 29-30 they establish themselves mid-table of the Prem.
That's interesting. I don't see John Terry really making it as a manager, in my opinion. But yeah, it'd be nice to see if he was.
I'd like to.
My 12th is... Well, it's a toss-up between two clubs for me, because I was thinking, do I put Fulham in this? And then I thought, no, they're naff. So I didn't. So I've gone for Brentford's P12. I just don't see how they slip off, because they're so intelligent with their recruitment. Yeah. I think this will be a bad campaign for them, because I think they could be in around that 7th, 8th kind of area consistently, and this will just be a bit of a slip. So, yeah, I've got them managed by Gerardo Sione, who's the current Bayer Leverkusen manager. He's a Swiss international, just quite similar to Thomas Frank in his playing style. I think he'll be a very good suit at the club, and I think they like a young coach, with an ambitious young coach who will fit their style of very analytical based play and very statistical based strategies. So that's why I've got him in there.
Okay, P11, I've got another old side. I've got another team returning to the Premier League, returning to their former glory. In P11, I've got Blackburn with Rob Edwards as manager.
Is this 2004?
That's basically what
you've gone for the 2004 Premier League and just gone, well, slap that on there.
QPR, Portsmouth, Blackpool, Blackburn, Sunderland.
Exactly. What is this list?
Again, a bit like Sunderland, they'll have a year where they're fighting relegation, and then the year after that they'll start to push on, and then the year after that they'll keep pushing, and they'll just miss out on the top 10. I feel like they can make some big signings, bit of money, good young manager in Rob Edwards, good tactics, decent finish in the Premier League.
What a weird scenario. Anyway, my team in 11th is Liverpool, managed by Steven Gerrard.
That's low.
I think without increasing their wage structure, they will slowly slip off over the next 10 years back to where they were at the start of the decade.
I think they'll slip
start
off
of the last decade. I don't know. I think it'll be a mare. I think they'll have an absolute mare. Gerrard at the helm will be trying to steady a sinking ship. I just don't see, because it's not like they've got young talents to keep them afloat while they're struggling with their wage structure, because they've either got to up it, which FSG don't want to do, or they're going to lose their players like Salah and Mane, and they won't be able to attract the same calibre that the likes of Chelsea, City, and teams like that can. So I could see a slip off for Liverpool. And then Steven Gerrard is going to be one of the only coaches who wants to work in that scenario, because obviously he's Liverpool through and through. So makes sense.
Okay, into the top 10 now, and P10. I have West Ham.
Well, I've got them 19th, so quite a difference there.
Again, I think they've got a few young talent. Obviously, Bowen is still very young.
I could see him getting a move.
Johnson.
Soonish. In the next year or two, I could see him going.
Obviously, Bryce could leave, but they've got...
Basically, all their young talents will leave.
Yeah, but the difference is, though, then they'll sell them. That money, they can put back into the squad.
And then they'll sign other young talents and develop them.
Exactly.
But also, their academy is pretty strong at the moment. Harrison Ashby looks well good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think they've got talent there to work with.
Managing that side to a top 10 finish is Frank Lampard. Obviously, didn't do too great at Chelsea.
Controversial return.
Done really well to keep Everton in the Premier League. Obviously, he did a great stint at Derby as well. So I do think he's a Premier League manager. Maybe not at the very, very top, but I do think around mid-table he's good enough. And it'll be interesting to see what he does do with Everton next season and how far he can take them. But I think he's going to do a good job.
Yeah.
I think he'll kind of float. He'll do a couple of seasons, so he might do 2 more seasons at Everton, then go do 2 more seasons at another club, and then go to West Ham for a few years.
Yeah, no, they're really finding a space then, but constantly just bouncing around teams.
Yeah.
My P10 also starts with a W. I've got Wolves. No, it's not West Brom or Wrexham.
We're bringing them back.
Wimbledon, yeah.
Wigan. That's a lot.
There's a lot of W's. But in this, I've gone for Wolverhampton Wanderers, and they're going to be led by young Portuguese coach Ruben Amorim, currently at Sporting. Okay, good young manager, and of course he fits the ethos at Wolves.
Yes,
Portugal. Which is the whole club ethos now.
Jamie could call them Portugal FC.
Yeah, led by Amorim, I think you could have quite a good young core of Portuguese players there. I think they'll also win something else, which we'll get onto later, because I think the season before this, Mourinho will get them European qualification. He'll get them through the group stages, but they'll be struggling in the league, sacked by Christmas. Classic kind of third season syndrome for Mourinho. Bring in Amorim, then they're going to win something.
He just gets bored. Mourinho halfway through the year. Just has enough. Anyway, pushing on into P9, another team like Leeds that have kept exactly the same is Manchester United with Erik ten Hag. I think this P9 is going to be more of a shock season. With Ten Hag. I feel Ten Hag's going to do a great job for the next 5, 6, 7... Well, for the next 6, 7 years. And then I think the 2030, they'll just have a bit of a bad season.
They're going to slip from being right up there to being 9th.
Consistently be third, pushing for Europe.
And they don't sack him.
No.
Interesting choice on the United board there.
I think it's going to be very close. I think they could be 5th with 3 game weeks to go, and then they fall down the league to 9th, and they might sack him at the end of the season going into 2031, but we're not doing that. So
Okay, right, nice. P9, I have Crystal Palace, still managed by Patrick Vieira.
Yeah.
I think they'll obviously hold on to young talents like Guehi and Mitchell, Etze, Elise, or at least replace them if they are to sell them on to bigger teams and send them to bigger ventures. But I think that Palace will become a force to be reckoned with. They've got a very good core of young players, so I think that they've got a chance of making it up the table, making some ground up. P8, what are you saying?
P8, I have Tottenham.
Oh, same.
They do not have Conte because he's really old by this point. And this is a really interesting one for me. I've gone for a man who I think is an exceptional manager. He got Bournemouth promoted this year. I've gone for Scott Parker.
Nice. Yeah.
I think I'd rate him highly as a manager. I think Tottenham, obviously P8 would be Conference League, so he's leading them to Europe. They'll still have...
It's not, is it?
Yeah.
It's P7 is Conference League, and that's if the UEL spot doesn't go to...
They'll just miss out
the FA Cup
on Europe, but as I said, it'll be very close. Still a decent season for Tottenham. They'll still have... still got some very young players, a decent Tottenham side, and with a young manager at the helm of Scott Parker, decent season for Tottenham. Yeah,
fair enough. I think Tottenham will also be 8th, and I think they'll be part of a 5-way scrap for that last spot with the 4 teams ahead of them. Mm-hmm. So and I've got Matthias Geisler in charge there.
The bloke I put at Derby.
Yeah, good young. The bloke I put at Derby. Good young manager. I think if Red Bull were going to buy a current outfit.
Levy.
I mean, they wouldn't, but I think they would buy Tottenham.
Yeah.
Because I think because Levy doesn't seem to really be in for it for the football.
No.
More in for it for the money. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be the only team they could buy. But I think like Geisler will be in there regardless.
Okay. P7
Ownership
getting
status.
Conference League football. I have got Aston Villa. Obviously, a very young side at the moment.
Yeah.
Not very young, but quite young. Yeah, the likes of Buendia, Watkins. Well, they're not very young, but like Ramsey, Chukwuemeka, Irobenham.
Yeah.
Still all very young players. Konza is still very young. Diego Carlos, Kamara, all very young players. Very good side, and I'd say it is European quality. And I think with a European quality manager at the helm in Julian Stefan.
Oh.
Ren manager right now, you've got him in your list somewhere.
I had him at Norwich City. Down in 15.
I think he's a very good manager, and I think he'd be the right manager to get Aston Villa to European football.
Yeah, so P7, right?
Yeah.
I have Manchester City, led by Jesse Marsh. Jesse Marsh.
If he wasn't American.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if he was
I've
European.
still got him at Leeds.
Jesse Marsh, I think he'll have a good stint at Leeds and then get a move to Man City eventually. I think there'll be one manager in between him and Pep, just for a few seasons, possibly. But yeah, I think eventually Marsh will be in the city job, and I think perhaps it hasn't really worked out for a few years. They've not really recruited the right players. They're just kind of around that 7th, 6th kind of area. I think that's where they'll be again.
Fair enough.
P6.
P6, I have Liverpool. Dropping a little bit.
I was going to say, a lot higher than I had him.
A lot higher, but still with the same manager, Steven Gerrard. Everyone is predicting the Steven Gerrard job for Liverpool.
I just don't see him. I don't think Gerrard is anywhere near a top 6, top 10 manager. I think he's a mid-table manager at best.
As you said, Gerrard would be the only job that he'll be one of the only managers that will go to Liverpool when they're not, right at the sharp end. And I don't think Liverpool will sack him.
No, I meant more if they're in a downward trajectory. There's not going to be many brilliant managers that will take that role.
Yeah.
But yeah. P6, I have Newcastle United. Money pumped in. I think this will be a good European football season. I think they'll be consistently up there. And they'll be led by Xabi Alonso. One of the absolute baller. One of the best young coaches in the world right now. He's currently at the Real Sociedad B side.
Yeah.
And he got promoted back to the Segunda division in Spain for the first time in like 10 years or so. And they've been up there. Considering they can't physically get higher than that because they can't go up to the first division. Because they're a B side, yep, so they're stuck there. So, yeah, I think he can be very, very happy with what he's done there. And I think they'll do all right next season. And then he's already being looked at by Liverpool and Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
I think he'll go Bayern Munich, have a good few seasons there, then make the move across to Newcastle because money.
Yeah.
And then Newcastle will win bare things.
Yes. Okay, into the top 5 now. And P5, I have Crystal Palace. Very young side. I think they'll do well for the next 7-8 seasons from today. Not from today exactly, but
right now.
From now on,
I think the next 2 months they'll play really well.
And I think by the time we get to 2030, they will be being led to Europa League football by Marco Reza.
Wow.
Interesting. Be a very good
appointment. Yeah.
I think Patrick Vieira will still be there for a few years, and they'll be challenging around top 10. Maybe get a Conference League one year. Maybe get qualified for Conference League one year, and then I think after a few seasons, Vieira will go elsewhere, and Palace will bring in Marco Reza, and he will do a very good job there.
Fair enough. P5, 5th position, Europa League place. I have Aston Villa. Your boys. I've got the manager at the time will be Andoni Iraola.
Take it.
Currently at Rayo Vallecano. I think Villa in the past have loved to go for a random Spanish manager.
Yeah.
And it's usually gone badly, but I think this time it will succeed. I think he'll do well. The young coach. I think he could have stints at at Sevilla. Then maybe get a move to someone like a Marseille, something like that for a few years. Then eventually make his move to to Aston Villa.
Fair enough. Okay, into the top four.
Into the Champions League spots.
Champions League, and my first team playing the Champions League is Manchester City in fourth.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be close. I think they'll have a tight battle with Palace, Liverpool, Villa, Tottenham and United for Champions League. And I believe the person to success Pep Guardiola
Success.
will be...
It's just succeed. Pep Guardiola, it's not successor.
Or not straight after him. His successor won't... I don't know who his successor will be.
Okay, how many times are we going to say the word success and succeed?
I've got Mikel Arteta managing City in 2030. Obviously, he was Pep's number 2.
Yeah. He's got that link to City already.
To Arsenal. I think Pep will leave at the end of this season. Then they'll get in maybe another 1-2 managers to fill the 6-7 year gap.
Yeah.
Well, no, the 4-5 year gap.
Okay.
Then they bring in Arteta because he leaves Arsenal for reasons.
Fair choice, good. Reasons.
That you'll find out later.
Oh.
And he does a decent job at City, but obviously never really challenging for the league. So I think the league will be a 3-horse race between the teams above them.
I also think it's going to be a 3-horse race between the teams above. Who I've got here at 4th, Nottingham Forest.
Wow.
Back into the Champions League for the first time since, obviously, back in the day. Yeah, and I think to lead them forward will be Graham Potter.
Ooh.
I think a young English manager with a team full of young English players can get to the Champions League places, and then people will start to realise how brilliant Graham Potter is. I think Potter could do a stint in the national side as well.
Yeah.
After Southgate, be shit, get sacked, and then they replace him.
Yeah. Ooh.
That could be an interesting.
Could be.
Interesting thing. I think Potter would do well on the national side though if he was to. I want him in the England national team. I think he'd do well though.
Southgate is the one.
Okay.
Qatar, bring it on.
Okay.
Football's coming home again.
Top 3 time. I just want to hear what's going on with Arteta and Arsenal. You've obviously got them up there.
Third, I don't have. Third, I have Newcastle.
Wow.
Money, investment, get him up the league.
Basically the new Man City.
And the manager to lead them to Champions League qualification and challenging for the Premier League title is Julian Nagelsmann.
Oh, okay.
As I said, I think they'll be
interesting.
They'll comfortably be top 4. I think they'll be challenging, but they'll lose out to the 2 teams ahead of them. Obviously, that's why they're third. I think they'll make some great signings. They've already made a few good signings. They've got the money to buy.
Yeah.
You'll find out the signing later. The big signing I think they're going to make one big one.
Nagelsmann to Newcastle intrigues me. It depends what he's done with his career. If he's had a really successful stint at Bayern, he's got some Germany, European pedigree.
Money will talk, and then we'll go Newcastle and dominate or try and challenge for European for the English title.
Third place, I have Arsenal. So I've got Arteta still there. I don't see a way he leaves. I think the only way he could leave is if he does shit and then they replace him with Vieira or Henry. But I think he'll stay there for the whole 10 seasons. Why are you smiling so much like a weirdo? Yeah, I think they'll be up there in the fight with the 2 clubs above them. Really channeling some 2006 vibes.
Speaking
that kind of period of
Arsenal,
English football.
They are in my top 2. And they are my champions of England for 2030.
Wow. Is that going to be the first
I have
title
Arsenal winning the Premier League. It's not going to be their second title.
Oh, they'll win another one. Okay.
I think they've also won it in 26 or 27. And the manager to win them both of those leagues would have been Patrick Vieira.
Okay, nice.
I think he'll do another few seasons at Palace, as I said, do a great job, and then Arsenal will get him in about maybe 24, 25.
Get him.
Then he'll challenge for the league, get Champions League qualification through 25, 26, 27, 28, and then in 29, 2030, win the Premier League with Arsenal. Very young squad, lot of young talent, and I do think they'll have some money to work with, and we've seen Vieira make some great deals. And and Arsenal, make some great signings. They've got some really good players. So I've got Arsenal winning the league, and then that means that second place I have got Chelsea with Thomas Tuchel still. Really like Thomas Tuchel. I think he'll stay there for a while because unlike Roman, I think Todd Bowley will be very patient. And if Chelsea do have a season where maybe we sit 5th, 6th, he'll be patient with Thomas. He'll keep him in there.
Yeah.
But I do think in other seasons we will win the Premier League and we will challenge for it. I think we'll just miss out in 2030 though.
Yeah, fair enough. My top two, Chelsea and Manchester United. I thought Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal, we're really rekindling a rivalry there. That's what I want to do. So, my Premier League champions are Chelsea, led by Julian Nagelsmann.
Ooh.
I think we'll go straight from one German coach to another. I think Tuchel will do a good stint in there. I think he'll win at least 2 Prem titles with Chelsea, maybe even 3 before he's ousted in about 26. 26, something like that. And in will come Nagelsmann. I could see Tuchel getting the German national side job, or maybe Dortmund, something like that. Yeah. But and then I think he'll go over there, and Nagelsmann will come in, do a good shift, win the league in 2030 after winning it the 3 years before that. So 4-year streak there for Chelsea and Nagelsmann. And Man United in second. I think Ten Hag will. I think he will win a title eventually. I think he'll have to wait until 31, 32. Ooh. So a good 12 years of building up to it.
12 years of building
I just think another 12 years of United not winning anything under Ten Hag and everyone calling him bang average until eventually, they've got this world-class team with young players like Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. and Kai Rooney Jr. And not Kai Rooney's son.
Kai Rooney Jr.
Yeah, nice. I've smashed that.
And Kai Rooney's son.
Yep, he'll be in there. He'll be one.
Wayne Rooney's grandchild.
Kai Rooney's what? 10, 12 now. So he'd have to wait another 6 years before 16. I can't remember what the rules are. Anyway, so I mean, it could be 10. No, it could be 5. Not even that. It could be 4. Okay, Kai Rooney Jr. won't play in there, but Kai Rooney will. With Ronaldo's son, with maybe Beckham's son is shit, isn't
he? Yeah, he is awful. They're all Latin American now.
They just play soccer aid.
Soccer.
Which is better than Man United's quality of football has been the last few years.
Or England's normal national team.
Yeah.
I'd rather our soccer aid team.
In the Hungary game, that was horrific. Right. That's the whole Premier League.
Yeah.
What about individual awards then? Just before that, I know I didn't mention this when we briefed for this, but FA Cup and Carabao Cup winners?
FA Cup, I'll go Newcastle with Nagelsmann, bringing home another trophy, another successful season for Newcastle, and then Carabao Cup will be Aston Villa under
nice
Julien Stefan.
Nice. For Forest, I'm going to go for them to win the FA Cup, obviously.
Forest.
And then
Forest. FA Cup to win Forest.
Carabao Cup, I'm going to go for someone shit. Right. Wrexham.
Great.
And they're not shit, but
lower.
I think they'll be in the Championship.
Okay.
And they'll win the Carabao Cup.
Fair enough.
On topic of we'll go for Premier League individual awards, then we'll get into other leagues then. That's would have been a nice segue, but we've missed out a whole segment.
Yes.
Right. Premier League Golden Boot winner 2030.
I've gone for Erling Haaland. He'll still be at City.
Boring.
They'll be 4th and he'll just be banging in goals, but the rest of the team letting him down. A little bit like what it is at Dortmund at the moment for him.
Yeah, 30-year-old Haaland.
Yeah.
Getting bare goals. I'm going Breuer. Absolute beast of a striker. He'll be in his prime and he'll grab 33 goals.
Fair enough.
In 38 games. It'll be the best season for a striker ever.
Okay.
In Premier League history.
Playmaker award then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have gone for Martin Odegaard. I think he's going to be a huge part of that Arsenal side that wins the Premier League. I think his link up across the front three with the likes of Saka and Smith Rowe and Martinelli, they're going to be formidable, and they're going to be a huge part of them winning the league.
Yeah, fair enough. My playmaker is Bukayo Saka. I think he'll pick up a lot of assists as he
Yeah.
guides Arsenal to third.
Yeah.
Guides like he's the manager. Yeah, smashed it.
Speaking of Bukayo Saka, Premier League Player of the Season, I've gone for Bukayo Saka.
That was quite evident when you said, speaking of Bukayo Saka, I've gone player. Imagine you went, actually, I've not gone Bukayo
As I said,
Saka.
Odegaard, I think
Quality.
the link up across that front four
Yeah.
of Smith Rowe, Saka,
Martinelli.
Martinelli, Odegaard, maybe another striker in there, it's just going to be unstoppable.
Darwin Nunez, possibly.
Yeah, and I think Odegaard and Saka are both collecting individual awards.
What, player of season and young player of season? No.
Player of the season and
Okay.
Playmaker.
Player of season, I have gone Conor Gallagher.
Conor Gallagher.
Of Chelsea, I think,
He's not even
have a
Irish,
really
he's
good...
just English.
No, it's because my PE teacher, who is
Conor.
Irish, calls Connor's Conor. So now I call everyone I see
Right.
Conor.
Okay. Do you
And
want-
like Conor McGregor as well,
Let's
he's
just get into
Conor. Young player of the season, what have you got?
Young player. This was so hard to work out.
Well, yeah, because it's which 10-year-olds do you
We're
think's
8
quality?
years, so we're looking for 18, 19, people who
People,
be
yeah,
18, 19,
between
20.
10 and 13 now.
Yeah, which is why I've got...
I don't know many children that age, so
surprisingly.
yeah,
Um,
they're techie ballers. So yeah,
I've gone for Man United player Kai Rooney.
nice.
Obviously, Wayne Rooney's son. I think he'll be about 18, 19 by the time.
He will be.
Man United in ninth. He'll score some goals, get some assists, be pretty decent.
Yeah, fair enough. I have gone Cristiano Ronaldo Jr.
So dumb.
Well, he's already like better than like. I'm trying to think of someone who's really good.
Nketiah.
Yes, he is already better than Eddie Nketiah. So I was actually Freddie Nketiah.
Freddie.
God, my brain is frazzled.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo Jr., young player of the season.
Okay.
On to other leagues then. The Championship. We'll do. We aren't not going to go through the whole thing because we have
be all
9-hour podcast. But
That would get much huge duration on that one.
you never know.
Okay.
I love it.
Championship.
Top two and the winner of the playoffs.
Winning the championship, I have Southampton returning to the Premier League.
Interesting.
Automatic promotion, I have Wolves again returning to the Premier League.
Right.
And winners of the playoffs, I have Sheffield Wednesday again returning to the Premier League.
Yeah, I've got some returners, but I've also got a new side in the Premier League. I have Burnley to win it, but I think rather than playing 4-4-2, long ball, kick everyone, I think I'll play some techie football. I think I have a good young coach at the helm. The other team going up through automatic places is AFC Wrexham. Wow, I know who saw that one coming. I think I think Ryan Reynolds' team.
Bit of investment, a lot of money to spend.
Well, they're National League now, so back to back
Promotions League
to
1.
back promotions.
Back in the championship. That's
Into the
in
championships.
Then
That'll only take 3
back.
years, and then they'll swim the next 6.
Back to back.
No, they'll swim the next 6
back
getting
to
up.
back.
No. They'll just go
I
up.
don't know.
They'll take loads of years and then go up.
Okay, fair enough.
And then Southampton up through the playoffs.
Okay. Shall we
I
now
think they'll have a
move
drop off and then
into
come back
Europe?
up.
Well, we're already in Europe, technically.
Yes.
Depends what you feel, Brexit.
Let's get on the what's the thing called?
Hype train.
Yes, let's get on the hype train through the Channel Tunnel on the hype train.
Eurostar. I didn't know what you meant.
Can we get a petition to change the name of the Eurostar to the hype
I
train?
didn't know what you meant. I thought you were saying like,
Okay.
let's hop on this. We've got to hop on this trend to predict Europe. No, I didn't think you meant actually travelling.
The hypey Eurostar, right?
That hype star. Train.
We've ended up in France. Who's winning the title?
League Untitled. I put down to Los Lille.
Nice.
Very young side of town. You've got Jonathan David, Timothy Ware, Isaac Lahaji, Angel Gomez. There's a lot of young talent in that side.
They'll probably sell them all to
Lucas
Arsenal
Chevalier,
for 70,
Thiago
80
Diallo,
million.
Amadou Onana. Very young talent. I could keep naming names forever. So
Yeah.
Zeki Selek.
Nice.
There's another one.
Yeah,
So I think
nice.
by 2030, they'll have won the league.
Right, I've got 2030. That's in 20,000 years. Or something. No. 200,000 years. That's when Lille win the league. Okay, I've gone Marseille. Well, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be kicking about in 200,000 years.
Have you gone, sorry? Marseille.
Marseille, yeah, I think a return to the top of French football for Marseille is in order.
Fair enough.
Maybe we'll stop the fans from beating people up.
so
What's near France? What
near
other
us.
trains can
We're
we
now
catch?
going across to Germany.
Are we?
Yeah.
Because France and Germany, neighbouring countries, aren't they?
And they're near each other in Europe.
Okay, I'm thinking we catch a little ferry down to Portugal first.
No, I don't think. Okay, we'll do that.
Do that.
Let's go to Portugal. Winning the Liga Portugal, I've gone for Benfica.
Fair enough. Nice. Yeah, I've
Not in Russia. They're going to win it.
Well, I've gone Braga.
Difference.
I just don't want any of the top
Yeah,
normal ones to win.
spice up it.
Either a return to because Lisbon haven't won it in years, so either them or Braga or Vitoria Guimarães. Just them. And then Spain. Then next up, we took a little
neighbouring countries.
hop across the border. They do actually neighbour.
What was it? La Liga. La Liga. I have gone for Barcelona. Yeah,
Nice.
a lot of young talent.
I've also
Pedri,
gone
Gavi,
Barca.
Fati.
Yeah.
Lot of young talent. And they've got an exceptional side. And I think by 2030, a mix of young players, they sort their money problems out, then they're a really good side. And I think by 2030,
There is a bit of France that borders Germany.
Exactly. Shut your mouth.
Fair enough.
Right,
I
now,
thought Belgium and Netherlands
Who
covered
have
that.
you got
but-
winning the La Liga?
I also have Barcelona, as you
okay.
for all the reasons you mentioned,
Yeah.
and many more.
Okay.
Right, then, so from Spain, I'm going to catch a little ferry
To the
down to Italy. Lovely little boat. Maybe stop off in Cagliari for a bit of
Okay, no.
bit of penne.
I'm not going to stop off in Cagliari.
Oh, you're not?
I'm going to go to Rome.
You're going
because
straight into
I've
Rome.
gone
Nice.
for Arsa Roma to win the Serie A in 2030.
Same here.
Again, talents. Zaniolo, Pellegrini, Abraham, Karsdorp, Mancini. Lot of young talents.
Yeah.
And again, investment, good signings, because they make those, like Abraham and Smalling. Good deals.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll be a very good side.
All right, now to get to Germany, we're going to have to go through Austria. So we might as well say, I think Salzburg will win their 90.
Rapid
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go 30th title in the row.
Salzburg probably found some hidden gem again.
I mean, you'd like to think
That we'll
so.
be sitting here
They're
in
not
9
just-
years covering it on
Yeah,
gems.
we will. His name is.
So if you're watching this 9 years in the future, hello guys. If these
Welcome back to
predictions are
Hidden
wrong,
Gems.
Yeah.
It's
No.
just some bloke called John.
Okay,
Right.
now let's just go to Germany.
Into Germany then. Where are you stopping off to celebrate the
I'm
title?
stopping off at Borussia Dortmund.
God, this is
Again,
really dull. We've picked the same team for
young-
most of these.
the young talent is endless at Dortmund, and
Yes.
they'll make some big signings and play some great football, and they'll stop Bayern's dominance between them and Leipzig.
Yeah.
They could do it.
Fair enough. I hope so. I hope so.
And then I
I've
don't know
also
how we
gone
get there,
Dortmund.
but we're going to Netherlands now.
Well, that does neighbour Germany, thankfully. I mean, there's only two countries
And
that the
I have
Netherlands
said
neighbours, and yeah, Germany's one of them.
Ajax to win the Eredivisie again. They always have a load of
You
young
just
talent.
called me dull for saying what did I say? Can't remember.
I don't know.
Cristiano Ronaldo Jr.
No,
but then
but-
you've gone Ajax in the Netherlands.
I think they've got a lot of young talent. I think they'll invest well. They always do. I think they're getting a good manager and they'll win the Eredivisie.
Okay, fair enough. I am going for AZ Alkmaar. They've got a very good academy. They're very good at recruiting young talent. I think eventually they'll become the dominant force in the Netherlands, especially with Ten Hag uprooting a lot of the Ajax system there.
Yeah.
I think the next decade could be dominated by AZ Alkmaar. I think we need someone other than PSV and Ajax to dominate that. For a few years.
Okay. Staying in Europe, should we do the European competitions now?
Sure we can.
Start the Champions League.
Yes, that does make the most sense.
And I have got my Premier League
Biggest
runners-up
prize.
of Chelsea winning the Champions
Wow.
League under Thomas Tuchel. Another one to add to the 3 that he'd already won with us, so he'd won 4.
Wow, 4 for Champions League titles. Well done, Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah, dominance in the Europe.
In the Europe.
Shut up! I lost the plot. Right, keep going.
Still well off Real Madrid, who are going to win another one here.
You are God for Real Madrid.
Yeah, I think they'll get their 20th. So get another 6 in the next 8 years. No, I think this will be like their 15th. I don't think they'll win another one between now and then.
No, they definitely
Bold
won't.
take. Nah, they won't. This will be there, and they'll be like on a dry patch,
Okay.
like when an alcoholic goes sober. That'll be Real Madrid.
Winner of the Europa League, then. I have gone for RB Leipzig. As I said,
Nice.
I think Dortmund and Leipzig are going to be better than Bayern as we carry on through the years, as we get 20 into the 2025, then 2030. And I think Dortmund winning the Bundesliga and Leipzig will show their dominance by winning the Europa League.
Decent. I've got Xabi Alonso and his Newcastle United side winning the Europa League. Alonso started his own team and won it.
I don't know, just his own.
Okay, he's just playing. Okay. Has everyone ever called Alonso? You've got Marcus Alonso,
Great team.
Fernando Alonso, Marcus Alonso's dad, Marcus Alonso's granddad.
Jamie Alonso.
Anyway, yeah, Newcastle will win it. They've got bare money. They've got peas in the bank, so they'll be able
win the
to
Europa League.
do a madness.
Yeah. Okay, and then Conference League, I have gone for Sevilla. So all the European trophies being shared out across the whole of Europe.
Oh yeah, it'd be odd if they just gave one to the US.
No, I'm
for a
saying I
laugh.
haven't put them in one country. I've got
Okay,
Chelsea,
fair.
English side winning the Champions League, Leipzig in Germany winning the Europa League,
Nice,
and Sevilla
yeah.
in Spain winning the Conference League. Because I think they'll have a very good season and they'll finish runners-up in La Liga to Barcelona.
Fair enough. I had Newcastle win the Europa League. I had them Wolves win the Conference League, so I've got that English double up. But we are just clear as a nation, so that makes so much sense.
Okay.
I think we are. I think Wolves will, as I mentioned with the Jose Mourinho thing.
Yeah.
I think he'll get him up into there. He'll win them, get him through the groups. No, get him knocked out of the Europa League groups. Ruben Amorim will come in,
Yeah.
guide him to European glory.
Okay, right. Should we do record transfer and then Ballon d'Or?
If you want.
Because I've got a good segue from the Ballon d'Or.
Oh, are they linked? Oh, are they the same person? No. It's a
Yes.
failed transfer.
Okay, record transfer then. I have gone for probably the most likely team to do it in Newcastle because they've got money.
They do
They
have
have got a lot of money.
some
And
moolah.
I think they're going to break the record. I think they're going to spend £270 million
That is disgusting
on
amount of money.
Vinicius Junior.
That's disgusting amount of money.
I think Vinicius is going to still stay at Real for another 2-3 years. They'll dominate Spanish football. He'll rack up goals and assists. He'll score so many goals. He'll
Are
win.
you saying that in 2025 Vinicius will go to Newcastle for 270 million?
Okay, maybe not then, but he's going to stay at Real Madrid for ages. Smashing numbers after numbers. 30 goal seasons for a winger. Keep smashing it.
Yeah.
And then by maybe 27, 28, 270 million to Newcastle. But it'll be one of those. It'll be rumoured in 20. It'll be started rumoured in 25.
Yeah.
No one's really talking about it. In 26, everyone's going to be thinking, they're going to make this deal. And then in 27, 270 million, bang.
I think we'll see the first £1 billion transfer, but it will take to 2050. I think with inflation, I think in the next 30 years, a player will be bought for £1 billion, which is mental. Absolutely mental, but it's the right. It could be. It could be before then. I've gone for Adeyemi to Real Madrid, £350 million. I think with the rise of inflation, that is just how it's going to work. I think it'll get broken multiple times though.
So someone will spend 280,
Yeah,
300, then 3, yeah.
Yeah, because from 220 we'll have multiple breaks of it.
Yeah.
I think players I think the problem for Mbappe will only go on a free. That's the only way he could leave PSG, because PSG would put that price at 500 mil.
No, because he could probably value his own price tag. He owns it.
He does own the club, to be fair.
Just values
Might as
himself.
well.
What would you value yourself at?
Nothing. You can buy it for free. Right, buy PSG. He now owns PSG and plays for Newcastle. But I would go. I think Haaland could break it even if he ever chooses to leave Manchester City. So I think they'd go, well, we'll take the 220 mil. I think if anyone wanted Foden, maybe. Basic, just any of those kind of players. Fati, Vinicius, as you mentioned. Pedri, I think, would be less because he's a central midfielder, but possibly could.
Kai Havertz scores 40 goals in the
I think the average price of a Premier League footballer will rise from its current kind of 20 mil to around 50, 60.
Yeah.
For a bang average player.
Yeah.
So I do think, we will just see the natural rise. I think Adeyemi Traoré, 350 mil from Borussia Dortmund.
That's big.
Yeah, and he'll have a successful few years there, win some titles. I think Dortmund could claim a Champions League in around 27 kind of time. And then, he moves to Real Madrid and wins, just makes them a formidable force, apart from when Barca beat them.
I think now we do World Cup and then Ballon d'Or, because the Ballon d'Or obviously is based on everything an individual does do.
Yeah, fair enough.
So World Cup, we'll do winner, runners-up, dark horses, golden boot.
Okay.
We'll start with, so I'm going to start with my dark horses. Then runner-up, then winner, then golden boot. Dark horses, I've gone for Sweden under the management of the Lion himself, Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Lions do not compare themselves to humans.
Exactly. I think he'll just motivate that side to do really well. They've got a decent side as it is.
Or scare them into doing well.
Don't train for me, you'll never play in Sweden ever again.
Do well or I'll whack you.
Yeah. And then my runners-up at the World Cup in 2030 are Belgium, managed by Vincent Kompany.
Nice, yeah, good shout.
Very decent Belgium side.
I thought about putting him in the Man City role rather than Marsh.
I did, I did.
I think he could still be at Burnley.
Yeah.
Up and down a bit.
Definitely.
Constantly.
And then they will lose out into the final to Wayne Rooney's England side.
Nice. Good.
Football will come home for the second time in 8 years.
Oh.
It's coming home in Qatar this year. It will come home in 2030 with Wayne Rooney managing England. We'll bring it home in front of our home fans. We couldn't do it in the Euros in 21. We'll do it in 2030 in front of our own fans at Wembley. Wayne Rooney manages England to another World Cup trophy, and we'll dominate.
Just a decent question, I think. It could be interesting. Who knows? Would you rather England were to win the World Cup in Qatar, or weren't to win any international trophy for another 50 years, but then won everything consecutively for 10 years? And also, if we win Qatar, England don't win another trophy for your lifetime. So would you rather win now and never win it again in your lifetime?
Or don't win it for the next 50?
Or don't win it for another 50 years, but then England win every international trophy for 10 years consecutive.
That's
for
tough.
10 consecutive
I don't really fancy...
competitions.
I want us to win Qatar, but I wouldn't mind we don't. It's a disgusting country.
Okay, this is getting political.
That's a tough one, but because in 50 years, I'll be 60, nearly 70. I'll nearly be dead. I could be dead by that point.
You could get hit by a bus tomorrow.
Well, exactly.
And you've missed everything.
I could
you won't see any of the World Cups.
I also think I'd enjoy us winning Qatar more than I would when I'm 70 years old.
Really?
Yes, because 70 I'll probably have a heart attack of a chill.
I'll still be streaming.
Okay, I won't be.
Looking back when we first met.
Yeah! No, I think I'd rather us win Qatar.
125 years of hurt is coming. Jewel remains fucking dusty.
Actually,
it's been in there so long.
The song's been so long, we actually get asked to record the music video for it.
We've got to redo it as 70-year-olds. Good. And we're still streaming.
We could do it though. Imagine they asked to do it for Qatar.
We're on 200 million subscribers.
We won in 66, didn't we?
Yeah, we're on 200,
so it's been
200 million subscribers. 2 70-year-olds sat here.
Imagine they asked us to record this year. 56 years of it's coming.
So if it was another 50 years, 106 years of her.
No. I'd rather us win Qatar.
What than win?
I'd enjoy it more now.
Interesting. People in the comments below, make sure to answer that question.
Or if it was
insert any nation here.
If it was 10 or 20 years, then I'd say yes, I'd happily not win Qatar. Because when I'm 10 or 20, I'll be 30, 40, out with my mates, getting drunk in the pub, England have won the World Cup, scenes.
I'll still be sat here.
When I'm 60, 70, it's not going to feel the same.
Okay. Well, it could. You could still be with your mates in the pub.
Anyway, I've got England winning in 2030.
Or in prison.
My golden boot will be Alexander Isak. For Sweden having a good seat. I think I'll get to the semis and lose to Belgium. But Isak will have scored loads of goals.
Yeah, fair enough. So, my dark horses are Norway, and I think they'll be led by Ejgin Jonlich. And yeah. And then I've got Haaland taking the golden boot as well. I just think that Norway side is cracked. I think they'll do well. And Ejgin Jonlich is a very good young manager. He widely regarded as one of the best young managers in the world because he picked up his UEFA C licence at the age of 15, which is the youngest person ever to do so, and then got his A licence at 21, which is the highest possible managerial accolade, qualification. So he already has that. He was asked by Tottenham and Arsenal academies to be part of the academy so they could eventually become their manager, but he chose to enrol with Southampton instead. So potential Southampton manager in a few years' time. He's like 23 now, just chilling in Southampton, waiting for Hasenhüttl to do one. I think he'll be in charge of Norway in 2030. What else have I gone for France? Hugo Lloris in charge. I think they'll do well. Obviously, Mbappe's not really going anywhere, is he?
No,
he's not going to. He's not going to. No. Lloris will manage. And Mbappe will own France. That's the difference, right?
Benzema part of the coaching side.
Possibly.
Mbappe will own the whole of France.
Well, Macron apparently had a chat with him and asked him to stay in France. Well, advised him to stay in France. Yeah, mate. We'll give you. We'll let you have the Eiffel Tower.
He owns the Eiffel Tower.
Just removing monuments and giving them to Mbappe. Yeah. And then World Cup winners, I've gone for England, managed by Southgate.
Southgate, you're the one.
It's just more optimism than realism. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't think England will win Qatar.
Yeah, oi. No, shut your mouth.
Get
out.
No.
Get out.
When I'm pessimistic about...
Get out. Don't say that in here.
I said they wouldn't win the Euros.
Don't speak rubbish in this
I said they wouldn't win the Euros until we got to the final. I said they'd win the Euros, and then we lost it.
Okay.
For the whole Euros, I was going, nah, we're not going to win it. We're not going to win it.
I'm not. I was positive all the way.
Okay.
And it works.
No, I don't think we'll win Qatar. I don't think we will win Germany 24. I think Germany will win that. I don't think we'll win US 26. I don't think we'll win wherever the hell they're going to hold the Euros in 28. Unless it's in England.
Let's get this over. I don't believe this, man.
Okay, well, Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or.
But I do think we could. I think whenever we host it next, we'll win it.
I've got
either 28 or 30.
He wins the Premier League with Arsenal. He wins the World Cup with England. He gets Premier League Player of the Season. Obvious for me, Bukayo Saka.
Yep, fair enough. I've gone around the similar route. He wins the Premier League with Chelsea. He wins the World Cup with England. He looks bare paying while doing it. It's Money Mace.
So biased.
Icon. Absolute icon.
Sat aside, just cheering songs.
Come on, Mason Mount. Yeah, just goated. He's going to win. That'll be his 9th consecutive Ballon d'Or.
Champions of the world.
9 consecutive Ballon d'Ors for Mason Mount. That would be his 9th.
Right. Yeah.
He's going to win it last year. So yeah. He's claimed a lot.
He's got to do well to win it this year.
He won it last year and he's going to win it.
If he scores 30 goals at the World Cup.
And a really good start to the season for Chelsea, yeah. Yeah, with just the one trophy of the year, he'll claim everything. Anyway, that's everything for this podcast. This is one of the only things we're uploading on Spotify now with no friend predictions. So look out for more podcasts and stuff. Head on over to the YouTube as well. We've got loads of transfer content and all that kind of stuff. And loads of England's stuff at the moment. This is going out on the Wednesday, so last night would have been live for England, and then live again Saturday and the following Tuesday. So make sure to check out the YouTube channel. Those should all be on there they should all be stream pages when this goes out. So make sure to look out for that. That's the most distracting thing ever. But go look at all the content. If you're on YouTube, head on over to the Spotify, hit all the fun buttons to do fun things. If you're on Spotify, head on over to the YouTube. Reciprocate those feelings, and then I'm going to thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.